Okay, we are live and recording.
Good morning, everyone. What is it? Today is, what is the date? Monday, May 11th. This is a MicroProfile marketing Hangout that moving forward will be added to the YouTube channel for transparency. Who will share the minutes? John, you and I share the minutes. Can you do that? Like, just as a follow-up, please?
Yeah, let me start up Chrome. And I will do that in just a moment.
Mm-hmm. And Ruan, it's wonderful to see you. Ruan from South Java, Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, hello.
Hola, I know you like branding and pushing messages and getting more excited contributors to help us in your country. So thank you so much for continuing to be here.
Okay, I do not have... I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. I'm very happy for contribute to this community.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Oh, thank you. John, do you say you don't have the minutes? I can share them with you.
No, I've got the minutes. I was looking. Okay, never mind. I've got access. Can you actually? I could do this since I'm an editor. My personal account doesn't have access, but my Red Hat does for editing.
Oh yeah,
okay, so Red Hat as well.
Yeah.
I'll fix that.
Ruan, you have access to write in the minutes, correct? Can you check, please? I just shared the minutes. I need to make sure that you are able to write your name in the agenda.
Yeah, I cannot write in the document.
Okay, we are going to make it right now public. I'm not sure when that got changed. My apologies. Let's do this. Go ahead. John, you can start while I fix access.
Okay, so as part of the working group effort, the MicroProfile working group, there's a collection of things that were combination of should and must do, I guess. Some of those, and you can see these issues here in the agenda. And it's a collection of creating some marketing material to recruit working group members and creating a landing page for the working group itself, right? So if, for example, we look at Jakarta, right, they have a whole website dedicated to Jakarta, just like we do MicroProfile, right? Mm-hmm. And so if you look under, I think this membership is actually Eclipse membership. No, it's Jakarta membership. So there's a landing page that talks about, the membership and the membership testimonials, benefits. There's also, actually, I think this might be the same page. No, yeah, it's under membership. Okay. If you go to the bottom, you'll see links to a membership prospectus, which is basically a presentation / slide deck. It could be like a Adobe Publisher or something like that kind of format, right? That just talks about the value of joining the working group, right? Mm-hmm. So basically, we'll need a landing page, I think, for working group members.
Yes. Is it possible, John, we have the minute, you talked about different things. We have different tickets. So let's just go through each ticket. You're talking about that one, right?
Yeah.
So is it possible that we add the link to the link? Look it down. Go down.
I thought I did, right? Oh, yeah, I did here. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. You did. Okay, so in my MicroProfile folder, I already created on Thursday, I believe, a drive under designs where we can drop these out for reference. Mm-hmm. So because we didn't have it when you created this. So Ryan, you are the designer here. Sometimes I don't see Debbie, but they also have a designer. So there is an example of and amazingly, John already started. And this is just a reference. It's just something that he said, this is what we're working on. And the idea is coming from the charter that we're working already. So the idea is to have this have the font of MicroProfile. We will be populating it. Maybe it will be shorter. And what else? This is just like to explain anything that might come from the charter as a summary for consumption, correct?
Well, it's the overall benefits, right? So,
Yeah.
so it's basically, you know, what MicroProfile is, how it's a vendor-neutral community, the services that the Eclipse Foundation provides on behalf of working groups, membership, the membership levels, right, like corporate, and who knows what we might, you know, if that may change beyond just corporate. How to join.
Sorry, what is this a presentation that we need to? My computer keeps shutting off. Sorry. That we supposed to do, or are we on talking about the landing page right now?
Right now, we're talking about this ticket. Let's talk about this ticket. We have 5 tickets, Ryan.
I know. Well, which ticket is this?
Well, this one is, sorry, and I apologize. I was just kind of following along what was the, we did do a context switch there. We started talking about the working group landing page, which we are going to need to do. The working group landing page can be a summary of what's in this prospectus, and probably along with the current members that are within the working group as well. Well, that may actually be in the prospectus as well. So, so if you look at the Jakarta one, right, their landing page, this is basically the membership page. And if you look, it is actually, and you'll see this in a second, it seems to be mostly a leveraged content from the prospectus that you just saw from here, right?
Yes.
So if you look, it has, you know, some simple join us text, the member testimonials, which is a slide in that prospectus. The benefits are also in the prospectus, right? So it's just a very brief overview. And then you could download the prospectus itself. And the membership flyer, that's probably not even required. This is optional. Jakarta has one. Some of the other working groups do not. But this is the kind of, well, I don't want to get there yet. So that's basically what the landing page consists of for Jakarta.
Yeah, Ryan, let me give you one feedback on this page. This page was created on the Jakarta Marketing Committee back in late 2018. I was there, and one of the things that we did is to make it so it's one page that says it all, populated, and someone can download it, because in Latin America and places in Europe, people prefer to print it. So that is the option, and it's useful. But the quotes are going to be there in all the data from, everything you need. We need it in this page. It will be a new tab under MicroProfile. We have the contributors page that continues to be there under the MicroProfile site, but we need something that says membership. So when we say member, but you see, this is like, let's go to the next topic. Do you have questions about this? Because you can ask them directly in the Git. But we need 5, we have 4 more topics, 4 more Gits, and we want to go through all of them to give everyone here an overview of what we need done while we finalize also the charter in the next 2 months or so.
Yeah. I mean, other than going through the ticket on this and agreeing on exactly what sections we want and what information we want there, we can pull from that slide deck that I saw before. And then start tweaking the information. That's fine. I rather go and outline before actually creating it.
Correct.
So,
you will not waste time, and
so
we will do the writing. Ryan, we will do the writing, and you will just outline it. There will be no waste of time, as always.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, John, number 2.
Okay, well, before we get there, and just keep in mind that what they have here, we don't have to mimic exactly.
No, exactly.
We want to stick our principles there, so we can come up on, with the content. Just to let you know, okay, I did start editing this, and really, the only 2 things I think I modified really is I created this slide that just says what this is, right? I just copied and pasted the prospectus from Jakarta. And of course, we can't really finish this until we have pricing and stuff, right? And we're working on that. The second slide I modified is this who we are slide. I just laid down some ideas, and so feel free to take a look and review it. So that's all I thought I would say there. Okay, next bullet is add a working group space to the website, the membership page, right?
Yeah.
I should call this a membership page, I guess, or whatever. So that's what we just talked about, right? We have to have a landing page somewhere for potential working group members. That's what this issue is.
Yep. And that page will be fed by the other document we just talked about. Yeah.
Okay, the next one is a membership flyer. So let me, okay, first I'll open it.
And John, you did amazing on this. Like even populating it, I was super impressed when creating the minutes on Thursday.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's been a kind of this background test that I've been working on. So I mean, it's required. Some of it's required for the working group. So I kind of just took a crack at it.
Super efficient. What I was telling you, you're doing one thing, but then you can add other one, and like that, you don't have to add extra that for later or procrastination.
Yeah.
So I was very impressed because
cool.
I know, like really impressed. Go ahead.
All right. So this next one is a membership flyer. This is the kind of thing that you'll have at a booth at a conference. And so it'll be a glossy that gets printed off, dual-sided. This is optional, to be honest. We could do or not do this. It's completely up to us.
I don't like it, but I think some partners will want to have them. And this is like, it needs to be printed like a case study, like really good material. But it's a good idea. This is different than the prospective because this one is like a case study of 2 pages. And it makes sense. It makes total sense. It's just one summary of who we are, what we do, what is the value.
Well, it sounds like it's just going to be a summary of pretty much the landing page.
Yes. It's like a case study.
So I would suggest we perfect the landing page and, give it a little bit of time before we're working on this. That way the content will kind of grow and change as we, absorb it a little bit more and look deeper into the landing page. And then as we feel it, kind of where we is, then we can take that content and format this a lot quicker.
Okay.
And I would say that this is not required for the formation of the working group, but it doesn't hurt our cause.
It's a good thing to have.
Yeah. And we can make it, Ryan, we can make it, this one, what I don't like about that one is that when you are using the online version, when you click it, it doesn't bring you to the websites, to Twitter, to Facebook, to LinkedIn. The one we will do is going to be super interactive, as always, as anything in MicroProfile.
Well, if we do it that way, maybe we'll have to have 2 buttons because there'll be a download print file and then an interactive file.
Fine.
So, which is easy. I mean, it's just
we'll figure it out.
adding light blue. That's fine.
Yeah, we don't want it
I'll just
dead.
make a note for it.
Yeah, we don't want it dead. We want it interactive so that people that do not like to kill trees can use it and be like, oh, I immediately added. I am subscribed to the Google forum. We will add important information for MicroProfile on that one. John, next one.
Okay, the next one is a membership logo. To be honest, I actually think that this is our current logo.
Yeah.
There's really nothing here that I can think of, but we're going to have to finalize our conversations with the Eclipse Foundation about the formation of the group before we kind of close this one out.
I kind of had an idea for this a little bit, because I created the Jakarta member and compatibility or something.
Yeah, you did
logo.
both.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I started playing with it on Friday a little bit. If you want to see my really scary, rough versions of it.
And John, I haven't seen anything. So look, this is
well, it's
artwork. No.
Yeah.
What's the Jakarta page for all the artwork?
John, can you stop sharing so that Ryan can share, please?
Yeah. Let me do that.
I probably shouldn't show you because not where it's supposed to be, but
Doesn't matter. We're here.
you might get an idea.
That's okay. Only the whole internet will see in a few minutes.
Yeah, and then I'll get emails from people.
No, it's totally cool.
So keep in mind, yeah, that the Eclipse Foundation will probably have to approve, and
I figured.
Yeah, and I suspect the other members will have to approve.
It will need to be approved, but we want to. Ryan, share it. You found the.
I'm trying to find it. So give me 1 second.
After the tickets, I created the space for the working group for the signs. So if you have anything there, you can add.
No. Maybe I shouldn't show it, but it's that.
Oh, come on.
Okay, I'll
This is
show
a
it.
fail space.
It's just you'll see how crazy it is.
Delete all the profanity.
Yeah, there won't be any of that. Let's see here. Hold on. Just trying to get.
So John, while Ryan looks at this, when I thought about the members, I thought it would be the same design, just a little addition. Because our branding, the branding of MicroProfile is already well known.
So you can see the mess that I'm working with right now.
It reminds me of this back. There was a this movie I was watching with Burt Reynolds, where he was like a psychiatric guy, in a psychiatric institution, and he threw up, and he says it looks like Walt Disney threw up. That's kind of what this looks like.
Yeah, all of this. It's not working the way I pictured in my head, but we could do something where it's a mark where it's sitting on, and it has the same similarities as the logo.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can do the simple, a vertical logo. I'll just show you real quick.
I like this.
And it would just be in all the different colors where you do, really keep it simple.
Yeah.
We have a vertical version of the logo, and it could be something as simple as that.
Yeah. You know what? I like simple, Ryan. But this is my, because if we deviate too much for what currently has worked for us in the last 4 years, we will be doing a total rebranding, and I believe that is a waste.
Yeah.
Well, so here's.
I'll come up with some more ideas.
John, go ahead.
Yeah. The other thing is, this is going to have to go through a trademark search, and the Eclipse Foundation will be involved in that. So, my assumption is the closer that we keep it to the way it is,
correct,
the simpler that'll be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of experience in this area, so that's an assumption. But that's just.
It's not an assumption. It's correct. When we transfer from Tommy Tribe to MicroProfile to Eclipse, all the data that we had for MicroProfile, the transfer also, we didn't have the trademark yet. It's in TM, but Eclipse never went into the trademark because we don't have a budget, right? Tommy Tribe didn't do it. So now is our time to do it. So really, we have never done the trademark. We will start doing it after the charter is completed. That means we, the working group, through MicroProfile, through Eclipse, because we, as a group, cannot do it ourselves. Eclipse, the foundation, has to do that. That's where the budget counts. It's about $10,000 for a global thing. Like this is like what costs like the trademark globally. So
and then we'll have to have a compatibility logo.
And let's go to the next ticket. Is that the next ticket, John?
Yeah.
So then maybe we don't even have to talk about it because there are some ideas. Let's open the ticket and say, this is a compatible ticket. And there is a drive where we can throw different ideas to circulate, in the forum before we are happier with maybe 3, 4. And then we send off, we would do like a light vote or like a lazy consensus vote. And this is, like we do everything else. That would be my recommendation. Plus we invite anyone to submit stuff. It needs to be done super quickly though.
Yeah, so I pulled up.
You're not sharing yet.
You're not sharing it anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm sharing now.
Ryan,
I pulled up the Jakarta one.
Yeah, we had 13 logos on that one for the ones that went to the vote. Everyone in the community got to vote, whomever wanted to. And then from those ones, the community chose 2.
So I don't know. The question is, do we want to do this a community vote this time around? The only reason I'm hesitant is because of time.
No.
No, exactly, John.
Don't do a community vote.
We don't have the bandwidth, but what we can do is circulate each of the, especially the compatible and the member logo through the forum and be like, we're working on this. And we need to explain that MicroProfile has never submitted the trademark for the logos, and that this is our opportunity to get it done. We believe that.
No, I think that the Eclipse Foundation probably did it for our current profile.
No.
I bet you they registered it.
Nope, because they would have asked for budget, and we would have been advised to use the R instead of the
Okay.
TN. It was never submitted.
Okay.
After transfer of documents. Yeah, because then we can change it to the R, but we don't have the R. That's what I know.
Yeah, so publishing to the group saying, here's what, I like the idea, here's what we're working on. We're in the interest of time, we're not planning on having a vote this time around because it's really going to slow down MicroProfile 4.
Yeah.
But if there's any, if there's
red
any
flags
feedback,
that people want to bring up.
exactly.
Yeah, and you know what is so cool? That we're going to be fair and honest to what currently is and adjust it very little. Just use what we have, because everyone that we see is using the MicroProfile logo. That, you know, like we have nice stickers too. So we're going to keep it as close as possible. We don't need much. We have the brand. So it's just minimize it, Ryan. Get it?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine with me. I'll just come up with a couple super simple and a couple that are a little more more like a badge kind of. So it'll be fun.
Yeah,
I'll have them done by maybe Wednesday.
If you have them done before the next MicroProfile community hangout, and we can show them there, like say, you know, because we will send it
tomorrow.
Yeah,
No.
it's tomorrow.
No, but not tomorrow. We're talking about
The one after that.
yeah.
Well, we'll see how tomorrow goes. Maybe I'll have something you can just put there.
Oh, look at this. This is the
I
more
mean, when you
effective
told me
maneuver.
to keep it simple, you know, it makes it pretty simple.
Correct. Seriously. Go, John, to the number 4. And we're 30 minutes in. Good. We're making great time.
Well, I mean, to be honest, we're done with these. It's
Actually,
compatible and member logos.
yeah. So, okay, so this is.
So for what would you say is the first thing? I mean, the compatible logos and member logo is pretty simple to just kind of work on parallel on another ticket. Which would you like to focus on? The landing page?
Yeah.
And how do you want to, I don't know who would be the best person to give just a simple outline of which sections you want on the home page or on the landing page, and then from there I can start formatting a little bit with some basic content and just get it kind of taking shape.
John, let me go to this one. Ryan, great question. We have the gift tickets, and the folder is already created for any designs under this project, under the working group charter. There is the folder is already linked to each ticket. So start the skeleton outline, and once you are done with that, pull John and myself into the ticket and say the skeleton outline with all the minimum content is set. And that once you do that, John and I, will send it to the forum to bring anyone's feedback.
I think it's better if you guys are deciding the content, since you're most involved with it, not me.
Correct.
I can format it, and yeah, but you just said for me to.
No. What I'm talking about is
outline.
we have the prospectus page, which is something that will populate that page. And the membership flyer, we don't have it yet. But if you start with the prospectus and create an outline out of that one, you know, we want to know, the outline has different aspects, and the different aspects need to be part of the outline. We are right now writing that one based on the charter, and we will start populating it. If you go through that document and say, this is what I see on this page, we can go into the document asynchronous and make sure that whatever we miss in the document that no one has seen but John and myself, and now you and Ruan, what is missing, and we will see the fluid of content. It needs to read.
I think this is a little more complicated than it needs to be.
So how do you
Since you
simplify?
guys are so updated on the, informed more on what content you really want there, we just need to write into the ticket or a document an outline form and just start dropping in. It could be even outline form where this is the section, this is the information that we want to put there, and it can always change. But then I can start seeing how much information we're trying to put there, how is it formatted, how much space will take. I could kind of visualize and start breaking up so that the page will flow nicely and all the information will fit, without it looking like a mile-long page. So.
Okay. John, what do you think about this? I think about a skeleton document under the drive. We have it.
Well, we're still working on the content.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to take a crack at something, I would go to, sorry, I'm looking forward here.
Mm-hmm.
Darn it, I'll just go back to the Jakarta page here.
It's nice to brainstorm together. I thought the prospectus flyer was great for that,
So we could, do something like pretty close to this, right?
Yeah.
In terms of content, this to me looks pretty good. Optionally, if we wanted to put down some principles or something like that, maybe that's an additional section, but this, to your point, that would just add more content. And that is already covered in the prospectus, for instance.
Okay.
Maybe.
So
when you were discussing it, I was writing down some notes, and some topics you brought up were like overview, which would probably be the first card. Then you said benefits, pricing, current members, and of course, the sign up section. You probably want it in multiple spots, trying to get people to sign up. Call to actions. Does that cover about it, or am I missing anything else?
Well, there's a difference between the prospectus and the landing page. So the prospectus had all of those things that you mentioned, right? In fact, there was a couple more that I yanked out. So in some sense, I did actually modify this deck a little bit more. I'll be honest, I have to go back and look and see. I think I pulled out 2 slides, but they were, I think, very Jakarta EE centric. I think the most important content is going to be the overview. Is a good point. There's there's a join us section. We'll have to think about that one.
No, the join us is
that might be the very
one.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was just wondering where to put that, but yeah, they have it right up top. Member testimonials, right? So putting some examples of membership testimonials in there. Quotes, right, which is just quotes from us, for instance, the members, and then benefits, right? And there's a benefits slide in the prospectus, so we can yank the actual content. Sorry. Oh, it's in here somewhere. It's one of these. Maybe it's this one. The opportunity, maybe protect your strategic investment. I don't know. I have to go look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a mapping. So that's a pretty good start, I would think.
And Ryan, when we say join, means join the forum. We will continue to use our infra. So the button in this thing needs to go directly to the forum. When it says contact us, you know what? When it says contact us, we are not going to go into private mode. When you say here contact us, contact Eclipse. This has never, when you go into this, the working group never gets any emails, doesn't get anything. This is just about, this page serves a different purpose because the Jakarta project works differently. When we say join in our page, MicroProfile, it will say join the forum, right? Communicate, be a part of the experience, right? So that is the main difference. There will be no form like this, Ryan.
Well, what's the pricing then?
We don't have the pricing
We're
yet.
working on
We're
that.
working.
I mean, when you do, is that part of Join?
What?
Yeah, that would be in
When
the
you have the
prospectus. Yeah, that would be in the prospectus.
We will have it. The next conversation is going to be budget. But when we have it, and instead of any member wanting to communicate its interest to Eclipse, they will communicate their interest to the forum and say, hey, we want to be a part of this. How do we do it? And there are some steps, right? So we will explain. We will be the ones doing the talk and all the stuff. And whomever is interested, once they are signed out by the community, by the project itself, they can sign the first contract that is, I want to be a member of Eclipse, and then a member group. And all of it is going to be fixed. There are 2 documents and 2 fees that they will have to pay. If they, if they are a corporation. That is another story, but we will not do this.
So here's a slide from the Jakarta prospectus that has membership fees in there. So we'll have something similar.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of those slides I yanked out simply because it's like,
no.
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure why. Because I thought if we were only going to have one corporate member, then we could put the one membership level, which we still have to figure out. Then we could put the fee and the description of the member all in one slide. I think that's why I did that. But if we end up having multiple levels, then it may be important to split them out here. But I think regardless, for the landing page, we wouldn't have the pricing on the landing page itself.
Yeah, it will be in the prospectus.
So there won't be a pricing on landing page.
No.
Okay.
It would be like benefits, value, worth. And like we understand that some corporations will want to provide more human capital to the project, and instead of like we need to find a balance on how to include members that are more interested on applying their designers, their coders to the project, and instead of like maybe 5,000 on a membership or something. I'm just like really like being super vague with money here. So Ryan, do you have enough to start on the membership page?
I think it's still better if you guys are still tweaking content.
Yeah.
To wait until, and then really, I'll go on that doc and I'll just make sections for the homepage, and then any information that you want to see there, content-wise, you just copy paste it right there, and then I format it.
That's perfect. We will use the prospectus. John?
Yeah, I'm fine with that because I don't think it'll take too long to mock out and create a website. There's not a lot. I mean, a website, a web page.
No, it's not difficult.
I call it tab. Yeah. This is, what I see about this page? This is like a MicroProfile tour. That is how I see that page. MicroProfile tour that explains how to become a contributor, a user. Even for those ones observing, we should.
Well, a member is different though, right? Because with a member, you're making a financial commitment that gives you the right to vote, right?
And that is the flyer. The flyer goes to the members, right? Like, and then the prospectus says to everyone. The prospectus needs to speak.
No, this is a member prospectus. This is not a contributor prospectus. I think we want to keep, if we want to have a committer prospectus, that would be a separate document in my opinion.
It should be under the contributors. We should revamp that page, still leave all the photos, but we should have something there, a flyer that says becoming a contributor. We already have a call to action to the wiki that we created, all of us, through the Gets, saying this is what you do. You join the, but I think we need to revamp that a little bit with a little flyer based on that page. You can go to the community. This is what I think. Do you see the membership? Tax to the paying members, but the other one tax to the contributors. Do you see what I mean? So we have it, but this one needs to be, keep the pages, but the call to action will need to be like, not only that Gets, but also a flyer or something like super cool.
Yeah, we've been having problems with some of the pictures. I don't know. It's not WordPress, it's coming in through.
It's automatic page, so. Right?
Yeah, but there's constant issues with it. I don't know when we want to dive in and take a look at that closer, but last time it was Cloudflare. I think that was the issue. And so
Okay.
But I'll talk to Andre actually about this little issue.
Okay. If you're going to do any work on this, submit a Git issue. So for you and
I know, Amelia. I know.
Don't do any work on this, pulling another.
I am the
think
Git
he
person.
gets it.
I know.
Yeah.
Come on.
Tudum.
Ruan, what do you think about it? We are what, 42 minutes on it. Do you understand what's going on? I think I lost. Ruan is here.
Oh.
I think he might not be listening.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Okay, so
I had a problem in my microphone.
All right. So we have been talking for 40 minutes and explaining what comes next and that is related to the charter that we're working on. Do you get an idea? You are joining this call. Do you have a little idea of why what we're talking about and why it matters?
So I don't know. I don't have an idea.
That's all right.
Totally all right.
Buddy.
Totally awesome.
I'm sorry.
No. Seriously.
So I'll start adding some information for the landing page in the docs section, and you guys can tweak it whatever way you want and drop whatever content you want in, and then I'll start to format the page. And then we can just, after the page is kind of formatted, we can comment on the actual page with screenshots and what we want to change. And then we can do versions there, and then it should speed up the process quite quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Perfect.
John, I think at the moment we don't need to update the forum out of anything. I took the liberty of using the standalone channel via the thread to submit the agenda for this call with the tickets and everything and the link to say this is what is happening next. So there are expectations that we already sent on to the entire forum, 100 and close to 1,200 people, microprofilers or interested microprofilers. So I don't think we need to do any updates at the moment. If you think we owe some other updates after this, do let me know. But from my side, I don't see it.
No. Meeting minutes.
Okay. And moving forward, then, can you, Ryan, can you ask for YouTube recording and have access to stuff like this so that you can start helping us?
Who am I asking?
YouTube. You need to, when you send, and you need to send, you remember that you tried to record something today, but you couldn't? For this call.
Yeah, I know, but who would I
That's
ask
not YouTube.
for?
No.
That's not
So,
YouTube. This is Zoom.
So it would, I think right now we're going to have to hold off sending out the password more broadly to this. Yeah. Based on, I think, the PMC probably wanted to know who's doing what, and it's. I might have taken a little bit too much liberty there. So, you know what that means is, you know, I can record. It should be. I thought, Amelia, that you had access.
I lost access last year when the emails we had a problem with the calendars when Google was changing stuff. And it seems that we lost the emails. So then we had 5 people having access to that ID, but now only you and Kevin have access. And I think you gave access to Cesar because I asked him to do that in December. I said, please get the access so that you can have this call in there. So in my view, only 3 people should have access: Kevin, Cesar, and you. If someone else has access, then maybe you are not documenting it, or we are not documenting it. Because in my view, there would be only 3 people.
No, that's all it is right now.
Yeah. So for these calls, usually Ryan is the one attending every single call, and he will need access to record. Then sometimes we have Payara that attends, but as you can see, not often. So then, you know, only maybe one person to make sure. And if the person,
John, if you're joining these, then you can
Well,
just
but it's, yeah,
keep it that
but
way.
It's
no,
temporary.
I also need to have somebody else in case I can't make it. So
Correct.
Oh, let me know, and then I can do
yeah,
it.
I think what I'll do is, yeah, I'll share it with you, so we have, you know, for the two main committees, the marketing committee and this committee.
Yeah.
So
Ryan,
I'll do that.
yeah, Ryan suffices and the Tommy Tribe side. I don't need access. Like Ryan is awesome. I only join and record, not record, but I only join if he's on vacation. Or someone else will join from Tommy Tribe if he's on vacation. And usually I will say, hey, I want to join, it's fine. We talk internally. So that is not an issue. So if you can give him access to that, that will be fantastic, John, necessary, because now.
Okay.
Perfect. That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
Guess we covered it all. Perfect.
This is amazing. Like, seriously. And Ryan already worked on a little bit of things, and we're like, what is that? I love it. Okay, so who wants to close the call?
Is there a formality here?
No,
I don't know. I don't know. See ya.
Usually will it be, Ryan, we will talk about the inventory on the Gits, but I'm not sure if you already did that via the minutes. I only see one page. So what happens here is that when the topics are added by Git issues, the team goes through an inventory and checks the MicroProfile repo, and this is like, it's very structurized.
You lost me. What? What are
No,
you
I'm talking about
applying?
repo inventory. Usually, if there was more time, we will go to the repo inventory. I think today we can skip it because we talked.
I think it's all completely up to date.
Yeah.
Like I've covered almost I think I've gotten every ticket that there is.
Yeah, so copy paste.
So I can check it. I'll check it tomorrow again,
Yeah,
just to make sure nothing new popped up.
Yeah, copy paste, and then it's done, because everyone is watching the repos for sessions, for requests, anything, blogs, anything that is not automatic in the website or as a whole. It goes to the Git. Okay.
Yeah. So next time I'll just copy the ones that were done the week before and put it there.
Yeah. John.
Okay, sounds good.
So good luck, like finding someone to, you know, to. I remember like you bringing on board Cesar back in like DevX US, you were searching for someone. That's a long time ago. So should you start the search again, or someone might be able to take it on, you know, have fun. Always.
Hey, Ryan, we're hiring. I'm just kidding.
Like, have fun on that search.
Really, huh?
Like, have fun on that search. It's not easy, right? To find
Yeah,
someone.
I know.
We work in open source, but openly, like transparent, and be like, hey, this is what we're doing. Do you want to help? So,
right.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's all.
Catch you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Have a
Ruan,
good day.
Ryan, thank you so much. John, you rocked it. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Awesome. All right,
See you
thanks.
guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.